Alright, yo, what's happening? Smoking with Tutal. You know what I'm saying? I got an artist. Introduce yourself.
Dielon, baby, top 5.
Okay, drop your socials and all that too.
Shit. My socials, official Dielon. And on Facebook, it is Dielon, Dedielon.
Okay, and why did you decide to call yourself that?
Dielon, I didn't give myself that name. What happened was I just started going around and I introduced myself. My name is Dylan. But when people see me, they're like, "You don't look like a fucking Dylan." So they're like, "Yo, your name is Dielon." So like it's kind of like a joke. It was a joke because I didn't rap for years. When I got that name, I wasn't rapping. You know what I mean? And then like I didn't want to create like a corny ass little this. I'm not saying it's corny. What I'm saying is I didn't want to create some random name like that.
Right.
So I just went with that.
Alright, so I recently heard that you were working on a mixtape called The Rain Ain't Over. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's my first solo project I've ever done. We had me and my boy Trippy, supposed to be here, couldn't make it today. We did a joint mixtape for the first time. It was both of our first projects ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. On some Outkast shit.
Yeah, exactly. Every single song is me and him. And we promoted it for a while. It was great. I'm all about quality, so I don't like dropping quick things. So The Rain Ain't Over is my first solo project, which I'm not rushing to drop. You know what I mean? I got 10 songs done right now, so I could do that. Drop any time. But one thing I learned with promoting, especially when you're promoting stuff yourself and you're aspiring artist with no management, you know what I mean? It's like, how do you make something look bigger and better? How do you make it look fancy? How does it make it look like there's a buzz around here? You know what I mean? And somehow we created that with Bite This While You At It, by almost like we were telling people it's coming so much, and we're going on interviews like this, we're going on radio stations, saying it. So, and we somehow created a little bit of buzz around it. I don't even know how it happened. So I'm trying to recreate that kind of process of going to platforms, talking about it now, trying to create any type of buzz I can as a local aspiring artist,
And so I was listening to some of the stuff that you had on like YouTube. Is the music that's on this tape something of similar nature? Is this something completely different? Like, what should people expect sonically speaking?
Sonically speaking, I have, I think, 2 songs released on YouTube. So it could have been some of the songs you listened to. Block My Shine, which is a video that's out now on YouTube. It's been out for a year. So that's like one of my main singles on it that I wanted to push early, drop a visual for. And then I have another song, Chosen, with Trippy Jonah, Exit Fame. So those 2 songs are dropped, and those 2 songs are on the project. So that's kind of where you can expect more things like that. Is the only thing I can say.
Okay. And it seems like you guys pretty much do everything in-house. Do you guys do your own music videos?
No, so I'm very big on if I can't do it, I'll pay someone who can do it.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
That's just business.
Yeah, and I pay for quality. You know what I mean? Like I could be like, oh, let me get a camera and we could do it ourselves.
Right.
But why would I do that when there's people that like dedicate their whole time to like editing and they have the best camera? Like, I'll pay for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's all an investment, bro. Like, that's one thing I noticed about artists. And who's to say I got the right recipe? So I'm not saying I got the right recipe at all.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? But things that I notice artists do, especially local ones, 'cause that's what I'm talking about in this general area, you got to put money up, bro. No one's just going to give you a free show or pay you for an event or, just going to have your best friend who's the best cameraman ever. Like, you have to reach out, politic, and I'm just big on paying for quality. So I started off with a cameraman who was actually a good friend of mine back in the day. And then when that video kind of blew up a little bit, whatever you want to call it, I just started reaching out to different cameramen, getting different connections. So, and then I pretty much have 2 producers. The main one is Nick Mitty. So all my sonics, the way I sound, like he has that down 1,000%. So I don't feel no need to really I need to go anywhere else. You know what I mean?
So what about more so on the creative end then of the music videos? Like, do you come up with the concept after you make the song, or does you have like a vision in your head like while you're making the song? Like, oh, I want this video to be like this.
Yeah.
Was it like? What does that look like for you?
Depends. I think the song kind of tells the story. Like I'll be listening to the song and I'll just imagine a certain scene or scenery or nighttime, daytime, beach. Just by listening to it over and over. But me and Jonah, we go back and forth on ideas, and I've actually been really wanting to get more into the creative videos, like like almost like a mini movie type of thing.
Yeah, like a documentary type of thing.
Almost, you know what I mean? Like being more creative with videos, which that stuff out there, things like that. The green screen, like trying to get more creative, but it's all us, all just random ideas we do. So that's kind of how we do it when it comes to the videos. Yeah.
Okay, and how long have you been making music for again?
4 years.
Okay.
This is 4 years that I've been making music. And I'm 29, so I started rapping later on in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So then what's something that you absolutely love about the game, and what's some shit that you hate about it?
That's a good question. What I absolutely love about rapping, because a lot of people say, oh, follow your dream, I never really had a dream to be the biggest rapper in the world, ever. I was a basketball player. I was all in the sports, you know what I mean? So...
Were you point guard?
Yeah, I had to be. I had to be. But I was really good at basketball. I didn't want to get into that, but really good at basketball. I traveled the country with it. So after I stopped playing basketball, every athlete knows it's like, it's almost like you don't know what to do because you're balling all day, all the time. And rap gives me that same feeling. Rap gives me the same feeling like I'm going to practice something. Trying to get better at it. You get recognition. You get recognition the same way when you're a varsity freshman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you notice, like, even physically, like the progress that you're making, whether it's basketball or music.
Yes. I think Kendrick said it or someone said it. Fans or people who watch you, they want to go back years ago and kind of see when you sucked a little bit.
Yeah.
Not sucked, but like, you go back, I listen to old music that I made and I'm like, I could do way better than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's still good to put it out. You're in life, you just got to do it. You don't know what's going to blow up or not blow up, And I judge myself all the time. So I'm always watching my shit and I'm like, yeah, I almost want to take that down. But I'm not going to because people will look back one day and see the growth of it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's part of the authenticity of being like an artist is like that road that you traveled to get to that point.
Yeah, 100%. And then the one thing I hate about the game, I want to. One thing I hate about the game is honestly what I kind of hate about it is I'm taking the long road of this. I don't do drill rap. My raps, I'm in between the streets and, like a J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I have street bars in every single thing I say, but I'm always put a positive twist on it or like a positive turn on it, I'm not just talking about clapping people all day long.
Right.
So me taking that route these days is the longer route. And so sometimes I get frustrated with like, damn, like, not appreciating the bar work. Everyone goes through that as an artist, like not being appreciated. No one's hearing it right. But I think that's one thing I hate about the game is that, it's just messed up these days. With these, I sound old, but these kids be like just doing the trendy shit, like rapping, like talking about killing people every single line. Like that to me diminishes the art of rap. Like go listen to a song and you just count on your fingers how many times you mentioned clapping somebody.
Right.
Like how
putting the ops in the dirt or
You know,
whatever. Yeah,
every single line. Like, I don't mind it mixed in. You know what I mean?
but have it be there for like a reason,
Have it be there for a
like
reason. Get
supplemental.
creative. You know, that's one thing I liked about Montana 300 back in the day. Like, he was a drill rapper that talked about it all the time, but at least he had some metaphors and similes, and he fucking made shit connect. Like,
That's how I felt about Styles P when he did like the Ghost of Machine series and shit. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So,
So I noticed on your Instagram, you had a picture. It was like of your 3-year-old daughter or something.
Yeah.
How do you find like the balance between that life and the life that you're living with the music and stuff?
yeah, she makes me better, bro. You know, my girl and my baby make me better because old me, no rules, no time to be home. You know what I mean? Just reckless. You know, everyone, people remember me. Like, I just show up at the house 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, what we doing? Like, now it's like I cannot do that. So when I do something, it's more planned out, strategic. It's like I'm doing it for a reason, and that's because I have a family and shit. You know what I mean? And I'm over the partying and clubbing. You know, come on, we've been doing this since we were 16, 15 years old. So that's one thing I like about music as well is that's like my club time. Like when I have a performance, I go get a couple of drinks, I'm laughing with people, and then I perform and I dip. You know what I mean? It's like me going to the club, but for a reason now.
Yeah.
So,
And I peeped on your IG. You also had a picture with a Fuego bass, and you also had a track with him too, correct?
yes.
How'd you get tapped in with him? How'd that track come together?
So, one thing I do pretty well is I put my ego to the side a lot, and I reach out first a lot. You know, people are like waiting for interviewers to come be like, we want to talk to you. I'm like, yo, I want to talk to you, and we could branch and do something. You know what I mean? Gain a connection, and someone, if 10 people that didn't know me now watch me now because of you. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so
That's why we started doing this for that exact reason.
yeah. And every little bit counts. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is I hit up people randomly off the strength of, yo, look at my work real quick. I'll send them a video. They see the quality, you see the bars, you see the work ethic. And some people just might respect that and hit you back. And that's what Fuego did. Fuego kept it all the way 1,000 with us. And he signed the BSF, you know, Benny the Butcher? Mm-hmm. So he's signed the Benny the Butcher. And he's one of the main artists that, like, Benny pushes a lot, you know? So to me, I was like, what? Like, he hit me back on some humble. And then, like, so I got to give a big shout out to Fuego Bass because he did not need to do that. So.
Okay, and speaking of like verses and shit, what's your verses? What's your favorite verse that you've ever put out, or even not put out?
Yeah, one of my favorite song right now is "Block My Shine," like that I've done. So I guess that whole song right there is probably my favorite. I'd have to say, and it's funny is as me being a rapper now, every time I write something new, it's like. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Like every time I feel
every
it.
time.
Like every time. And then like it takes months of going back and be like, okay, it wasn't the best, but like you have to feel that way when you're writing. Because you have to be in that mode where I'm about to say the craziest shit right now. You know what I mean? So
yeah, we always get sick of our songs by the end of the fucking like creative process, yo.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And you know, but that's the thing though. You might be sick of it because you listen to it 30, 40 times. No one else has heard it, so it's gonna be new to them. Because I know a lot of people too that they'll burn themselves off of a song they haven't released yet, and then they're like, oh, I don't even care about that no more. I ain't want to release it. Well, no one else heard it, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You burnt it out for yourself, which I do that to my own songs all the time. I burn them out. And then like, but you know, that's my point right there, you know?
Yeah. And so what are some of your musical inspirations?
Like as in
like who'd you listen to like growing up or like when you were younger, just in general?
I always leave people out whenever someone asks me this question. But pretty much I grew up on Tupac. Biggie was my absolute favorite. And then as the generations go by, like DMX and then The Game, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, like just, I like artists that make you think a little bit. So like, I wanted to get game. Like if I listen to a song and like, I want to learn something almost. Put me on to some game a little bit.
Yeah.
So I guess those are the main artists I really grew up really heavily listening to. Kendrick Lamar is my favorite by far.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why is because he's just so much himself. Doesn't really do what other people do at all. He stretches himself vocally, which I wish I could do more, honestly. But
I heard that.
yeah, I say Kendrick's my favorite, no doubt.
Okay, and I seen that you did you did a show with DJ Foreign. It was a Lightbox performance.
Yeah.
Where was that at? How'd that come together? What was that?
I gotta shout out Sammy Smooth because he's really the connection with that. And I'm not sure if you guys know who that is, but he is a DJ where when I hosted my first show ever, he's the DJ I hired, and I hosted my second show ever. I hired him again, and then we built that kind of connection right there. And he got on 94.5 because he's been grinding this for a long time. And he does some segments on 94.5, and he had the foreign connection. And when he started this Lightbox series, like I said, what I try to do is make things bigger. How can I make it bigger and better? How can I make it look like there's something going on here? You know what I mean? Put DJ Foreign in the back.
Right.
You know what I mean? That would because if he wasn't there, it would have hit. It would have been hitting. It would have been a good video. But
He
had 94.5
Yeah,
main
exactly.
DJ right behind you. Thinking like it's all about. That's how I think. How can I make it bigger and better? Even if it's something simple. I always have a cameraman.
Yeah,
always.
same here,
I always everything I do,
Yep.
I hire a cameraman because I don't want iPhone pictures. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I want crispy quality pictures. Like that's what I mean about the investing in the way people got to think about things. You know what I mean? Not just like doing random things and not having no. If I go to an event, I'm getting content.
Yes.
Like anything I go to, I'm getting content. Like you have to think like that. You know what I mean?
I don't think I've been to one studio session and I haven't had a camera guy there.
Yeah.
Like you just have to. Like why wouldn't you? People want to see that type of shit.
Yeah. 100%.
Especially if they're not like involved in the music industry. A lot of people don't even realize like you can just go to a studio like that. Like
Yeah. Well, what's funny is too like that's what I'm trying to say. That like people ask me how did the DJ Foreign thing happen? How did the Fuego bass thing happen? How did we get on the radio station? I asked.
Exactly.
Like
It's as simple
I
as
hit up
that.
people. Like that's all I did. No one just picked me out the fucking the haystack and was like, I pick you. You have to show them and give them a reason, the persistency, the effort, the drive. You gotta show people that you really want yourself out there. Not waiting for DJ Foreign to hit you up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. I mean, even the building that we're in right now, the way that we found it, we was filming a day in the life vlog with my man Jay 2 times, and we ran into Project X on the street. I'm like, oh shit, Project X is in town. I hit up Project X. I'm like, yo, let's do an interview. He's like, bet, I got a location.
Yeah.
Found this location.
Yeah.
Now we're here doing this interview. So,
and now
it's like, and they got to see it like live as it happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like people love that shit.
Yeah, and 100% right, bro. I like, and that's what I said to you at the beginning of this, is that I'm just scrolling too, and when I see someone doing content, and I see the quality, and I see the editing, and I just, hey, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So I respect what
Man, I
you guys
respect
been
what you
doing.
do too, bro.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
So tell me more about what was this podcast that you was on? It was For No Damn Reason podcast. So what's that all about?
So that's just someone that's in the city doing their thing. Big shout out to for No Damn Reason. That's kind of like what we're doing right here. That's how it happened. Like we just hit him up. I'm like, let's do it. We got a cameraman. We set up somewhere. So that was, like I said, I just like to stay tapped into local people that are pushing the music. They're pushing the content. They're trying to give artists a voice around here to talk and show themselves. So I like to, I like to try to branch out with as many people as I can. So that's how that came together.
And what are some of these other radio shows that you said you've been on? Because I've seen some stuff on Instagram, but I didn't see anybody tag. So
Yeah, That's in Providence, Rhode Island. The first radio station we got on was the Franchise Report, which big shout out to Leticia and Franchise Report because that was the first time I ever went on a radio station. You know what I mean? So, I just hit them up too, showed them my music. I'm like, yo, can I come by with you? Like, yeah, come down. I was like, all right, can I freestyle? Yeah. So
Simple as that, yo.
yeah, but like I said though, yeah, I have to. When I hit someone up, you have to have the proof in the pudding. So I send them my work, and like I said, they could not click on it. They might skip right over it, but if they click on it, they will respect it.
Right.
And sometimes they'll be like, you know what? Yeah, come on down, because I didn't know them at all.
Yeah.
I seen a few people go up there that I was paying attention to. You know what I mean? And then I hit them up. You know.
So tell me, what's your favorite place to travel to then, like when you're performing and shit?
Well, I went to Brooklyn twice. Me and Trippy and Flow Free. Yeah, we went to Brooklyn once for the Punchline Academy. I'm not sure if you heard about that. It's this dude Nelson. He is a DJ / now like he has like a whole thing where the Punchline Academy. You go up there, you rappers rap.
Yeah.
Rappers rap. So, we went out there. That was a lit show. Lit. It was right in Brooklyn, bro. We were out there vibing, all love. You know what I mean? We met Snipe Life, where he signed to D Block, so he's been with D Block forever.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It was all good vibes. So I'd say Brooklyn was dope. I like traveling. You know, it's like I said, it reminded me of basketball and being competitive. It's like I'm going out to New York. I perform for 10 minutes, maybe 12, maybe 15. And then we're just in New York vibing, chilling. Like, yeah, let's do that again. You know what I mean? Like, so I would say Brooklyn was my favorite place to go. And it's I always like to say this real quick though.
Yeah.
I never did a cypher in New Hampshire. I just started performing, and I see past. I'm not saying nothing about Manchester or New Hampshire. I'm trying to go out of here.
Yeah, of
you know what I
course.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You have to run. You have to be able to take over where you are at the same time and show your face a lot in your area.
But you don't want to get stuck either.
You don't want to get stuck there. That's how I feel. I'm 29. I started rapping later, bro. I don't got much time. Like before, I'm like, dude, I'm like 40. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. It's like I gotta go hard now. You know, so.
Okay. So have you been involved in any other ciphers? Period.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Flow Fear Die Gordy. He hosts ciphers. I was in that cipher. But that was after Brooklyn, you know what I mean? Like, so first time ever going to Brooklyn, I never did a cypher before, like on stage, like, you know, handing the mic off to people, you know what I mean? Like, and I think I did pretty good. I killed it, and it was a good experience. I remember Snipe Life was like, yo, you came all here from New Hampshire, you rapped on stage in Brooklyn. He's like, you earned your New York stripes tonight. And I was like, all right, I appreciate that.
So what'd you eat when you was in Brooklyn though?
Oh, yeah,
Because they got great food out there.
Yeah, so when we were all business, not gonna lie to you, like so when we got there, we damn near were like had to just find the place. You know, we didn't have much time. I did get a food truck. I got some food truck shit. I love food trucks. Some must have been some type of taco, and then after that, I slept on the ride home, and everyone else got the chopped cheese and all that shit.
What kind of food do you like to eat in general?
I eat whatever my girl cooks me.
That's a good answer. I like that.
Hey, she does the cooking. She does the cooking. So,
have you ever been over to the West Coast?
I not for music particularly.
Yeah, but just in general.
In general, I have. I used to live out there for a year when I was 18 years old. I got a job that was like they literally were like, "Yo, do you want to?" We're starting the West Coast branch. Would you like to go out to California? And I was like, yes, I would. And they paid for my hotel. I was out there for a year. I did mad shit in Cali. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did mad shit in Cali. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah,
really.
no, I hear you.
But it was fun because I was just 18 by myself, and I just I got most of my tattoos, like all my tattoos.
Oh, okay.
I got most of my tattoos in Cali. So
Do you have a bunch of tattoos, or is it just a couple here and there type shit?
oh, I got half a sleeve right here, and then I got some on my wrist, and then I got some under my arm. You know, I'm not. I would like more tattoos, but I just for some reason I haven't been getting as much.
Okay, and so what do you hope to accomplish as an artist? Like, what's your end goal?
My end goal as an artist, you know, I'm just trying to have fun along this music journey. Honestly, as I said before, I never had no dreams to be a J. Cole or a Drake. And now that I'm trying, obviously, to go down a rap path, I'm just trying to enjoy it and get as much as I can out of it and link with as many people as I can. And I count my small victories, like opening for 38 Spash. One of my best memories I had, and which kind of keeps me going sometimes, was I did a cypher in front of Al Bial. And Al Bial was right there recording me, right in my face, recording it. And like, he's like, yeah. Like, come on, bro. That's Al Bial, bro. Everyone knows who Al Bial is. And if I could even be like that, like, I don't need to be famous. But if I could get some money with this music shit, and he's getting money, and he's looking at me being like, that was fire. Like, come on, gives you a little bit of a boost. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to enjoy it. That's my end goal, is doing as much as I can, staying humble with it. If I get rich, I get rich. If I don't get rich, I don't get rich. So.
Okay, and you mentioned off camera that you heard of us through Jake Is Next, and he's super into like fashion and shit.
Yeah, shout out to Jake.
And I fuck with your style and shit that you got going on. So like, what do you think about like when you're putting together your outfits? Do you even think about this shit, or like how'd you get your style?
Well, I will say shout out to Jake. He's fly. He's fly. I don't know where he gets his style from. I can't even lie to you, but but he rocks that shit. He definitely does. So my style, I'm more simple, laid back with it. I'm more 90s with it. You know, I'm not doing all the fashion show shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? I know how to dress. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no fashion. I'm not really into fashion like that. But big shout out to Jake though, because he's finding a lane in that fashion. You know what I mean? So.
And that's a lane that I don't see like enough people I feel like taking too, because all the people that do go down kind of like that fashion lane and they also do the music, it always ends up like working out because all those people like you were saying, like they all interweaving.
Yeah. I mean, you have to get your face out there. You have to be out there. You know, a little bit and that's one thing as a rapper as well. You have to put yourself out there and be out there face to face, because you could text someone if you've never met them before. You're just gonna scroll right by them. Yeah. But if you met them and you had a good night, you're laughing, you're drinking. If I text you now, you know what I mean? You're gonna be more apt to be, oh, I remember this dude, and then you hit me back. You know, so.
All right, so the song that you about to play is off of that new mixtape that you were talking about, The Rain Ain't Over.
The Rain Ain't Over. Yeah, so this is a song called No 10. That's what it's called. So the song's called No 10 off of The Rain Ain't Over. Let's get it. A slow intro.
Let's get the message.
I'm riding no 10. Hoping y'all seeing, hoping one day I inspired you to get a Benz, no pretend. My baby girl, that's my little twin. Trying to save a little money, hoping one day it get big while I'm riding no 10. Hoping y'all seeing, hoping one day I inspired you to get a Benz, no pretend. My baby girl, that's my little twin. Trying to save a little money, hoping one day it get big. Said my flow is like crack, I started selling that too. I had to lose a couple friends over a Benjamin dude. And with all my time spent, I guess I never could lose. I had to cut off dead weight the way that Belichick do. Cause I'm coming from that era of the mixtape. Rappers look like clickbait. Every day I'm fly like I'm ready for a big day. And I don't ever need Snoop.
So do you typically title your songs after the fact?
No, I actually, honestly, whatever line catches my attention the most, that's kind of what I name my songs, you know. I don't go too crazy in the thinking about the name of the song. Like, whatever the chorus is saying, I'll try to find something right there, you know what I mean? So,
is there any other future projects you want to talk about? Maybe merch or anything?
As of right now, I really just want to push this Rain Ain't Over. Like, as I said, like, that's why I really want to get on these platforms again and start pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. So the rain ain't over. The rain ain't over.
Do you have how many tracks was it again in total?
Right now, there's 10,
10 total.
that are fully done. But recently, I kind of had an idea of adding like 3 or 4 more songs. I might do it, I might not. But the 10's there. So I could drop it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and as I said, I have the singles. I have a few singles out already, so you can tap into those. Block My Shine, Chosen. And you can get a feel for what it's going to be about.
All right. I fuck with the motion, bro.
Thank you, bro. Good chopping up with you, bro.